I'm Anna, I'm the director of the Human Rights Film Festival Berlin, and it's my delight to talk today to Niccolò, the director of Don't Be Afraid If I Hug You. Welcome, Niccolò. Nice that you're here from Milan, that's right?
Exactly, from Milan, Italy. So thank you very much for the invitation, and thank you very much for the acceptation of Don't Be Afraid If I Hug You.
The film is really beautiful. It tells the story of a father and a son. The son has autism, and you and your camera accompany them on a road trip from Italy to Morocco. So my first question is, how did you meet these two amazing people?
They were supposed to, the Academy Award winner Gabriele Salvatores decided to shoot a movie about their story. So because they wrote a book, Don't Be Afraid If I Hug You. So they started to make the movie, a fiction movie about their story. Actually, the movie was very different compared to the real story. So reading the screenplay, I was talking with the producer of the movie and said, why we don't try to show who really are Franco and Andrea? So why don't let's try to show who they really are and what's their relationship. And so we decided to start for a new trip, because they did a big trip 5-6 years ago when they wrote the book, and they did all the America with a motorbike. So we decided to go again on a trip on motorbike, and we were trying to decide where to go. And one of the most iconic movie of Gabriele Salvatores is called Marrakesh Express, where a bunch of people decided to start from Milan to go to Marrakesh. So we decided to do the same road, and that's how everything is born.
That sounds like a beautiful story, how everything came together. Um, you you went with both of them, with your camera, the whole trip. How was it for them compared to the first trip where they were alone, that you were around the whole time? How was it for Andrea, for the son, that there was a second person involved? And how did the emotional level between them two and you as a filmmaker interfere?
The good thing is, we always say that when we get back from the trip, we became friends with Franco and Andrea, because it wasn't just a movie production. It was really a trip. So we were 6 people of the production plus Franco and Andrea, and we didn't organize anything. We just took the motorbike and a car and a van of the 70s with all the equipment on board. So we decided to start a new trip, and as always, when you make a trip, a difficult trip with some problems and everything, you get in a very strong relationship with the people. So we became friends. Franco is really good at staying in the camera, so for him it wasn't any problem to have the camera around every day. And we made a deal, because he was afraid to show too much, because he was afraid to say, maybe there's something I don't want to show, so maybe I want just to avoid something and everything. And we made a deal. I said, you're going to look at the final export, so please do whatever you feel to do. And he did it, and we didn't have to cancel anything, because it was everything so natural. And that was I think, the good feelings with that. About Andrea, it was amazing to travel with him, because often people think that people with autism, they don't realize where they are, they don't realize the people around. Is the complete opposite. They are aware of everything, and they are aware even more than people without autism. So it was very interesting to see how Andrea was really careful of everything, and he was completely into the trip with us. And if there was a problem, maybe he couldn't say a word, but once I was sitting on the road with some problem to solve, I didn't know how to do it, I was kind of desperate. He just came there and gave me a hug, because he realized everything. So that's the great thing about traveling with Franco and Andrea.
That sounds really beautiful. I mean, you already gave a bit of insight on how it was for you to travel with them, but if you think back about this period of time, which was the maybe most memoralizing point for you, or event, or happening?
For sure, when Franco, I mean, a lot of people told me that for the first, in the first part of the movie, Franco really looks every time like a superhero with no down. Was just everything was strong, 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 strong. Really, Franco looks like a Superman. I tried to show to the people that Franco is not Superman. Franco is a man with all the problems, let's say, that you can have relating with a guy with as Andrea, because it's a beautiful guy, but it's hard to be connected every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with him. So sometimes Franco needs to to take off the Superman clothes and became just a father.
That's absolutely understandable. I think it's hard for everybody to be a superhero every day. At the same side, when I watched the film, I was so impressed by his strengths, but also by his honesty of both of them. How are they today? We are talking about them during the time of the movie. We can see that in your beautiful film, but it's a while ago that you filmed. So how did their story go on after the film?
Right now, they are beautiful. I mean, they are spending a great moment because right now they are, I think, North Pole with a motorbike. Yeah, they decided to start again for a new trip. We were supposed to go with them, but it was kind of too difficult because the period was too long to follow them for 2 months. They started from Italy and they went down to Greece and then up to all the Europe and then Denmark, Sweden, Norway, just to the North Pole. Just Franco Andrea and a friend of them with the motorbike because they did a new trip followed by BMW because BMW was the partner that thanks to them we could make the movie, and now they are following again Franco Andrea, so they are doing a great job with them. So now I think they are pretty good. I'm in Milan. They are in the North Pole in a motorbike, so I'm sure they're fine.
That sounds super exciting, especially going to the North Pole. As you said, they are on the trip right now. Is there any social media outlet anywhere where we could follow their current trip?
They're putting everything on Facebook and Instagram, on their Facebook and on their Instagram for sure. And then we're going to try to do something on YouTube when they finish everything, try to put a collage of what they did. So I hope to have good news, other news, more news in the next few months, weeks or months.
We will keep our audience updated on that and also linking their social media profiles. So at our festival, we often talk about impact and what filmmakers want to, why they did the film, about their personal motivation. So what was your motivation to shoot this film, and was there a message or an impact that you're hoping to reach through your film?
First of all, I was in love with their book. It was really amazing to read. It's not really a book, and this is not a movie about autism. This is a movie about the relationship between a father and a son. So it was something that it's a story that I wanted to tell because I don't think that all the father in the world would do the same that Franco did. So I was in love with this side of the story. I didn't know anything about autism. Because I wanted to make a documentary for people that didn't know so much about this thing. So I tried to live for Morocco as the possible audience of my movie. So trying to understand better what is autism during the trip. So kilometer by kilometer, trying to understand something better. So I tried to not study so much and try to arrive a little bit virgin from that point of view. And I think that this is the thing that also that the audience can notice, because it's really an entry level explanation about what autism is.
For me, it was a very emotional explanation of what it means for father and for son, and it was a wonderful road trip story, like a good movie. It was emotional, touching, it was funny at points. It was, I just couldn't stop watching, and I was really like, oh wow, how are they doing today? How does it go on? So I'm really happy to hear that they are doing their next trip. My last question for today is what I'm always nosy and eager to know. Are you working on a new project? Is there something we should be looking out for in the next years?
I'm working on a new project. It's going to be released next month probably. It's another documentary. It's about the Vendée Globe. Vendée Globe. It's a sailing regatta around the world. Just one people on the boat. So it's something very. It's a new trip. This time we don't have roads. We have oceans. So in a way, it's something similar to what I did with Don't Be Afraid If I Hug You, but yeah, we follow it. We give a camera to a sailor that was making the tour of the world. So it's going to be released next month probably, and it's about sailing. It's about ocean. It's about all the problems that we have with ocean, with the environment. So it's something that I think is talking about our days.
Sounds also really interesting, and also like a beautiful trip where we can like learn different perspectives. Thank you so much for your time. And we are looking forward to seeing this beautiful film during the festival.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.